Wow, wow. Impressive turnout. Good afternoon, everyone. I realize how difficult it is to be stuck in this lecture hall on this gorgeous Friday afternoon, so thanks for showing up, and know that you already have life about 90% figured out. You just gotta show up. Grab a seat, get comfortable while I sort out my mic, and we'll get started. We've got lots to cover today. I think you can all hear me fine. Check. All right. Today's lecture is on the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow. Swallows, and all birds for that matter, cruise at a Strudel number. It's named after a Czech physicist, Vincent Strudel, who experimented in 1878 with vortex shedding. He's also one of the founders of the physics department of the Charles University in Prague. This dimensionless parameter describes oscillating flow mechanisms, such as wind kinetics. The Strudel number plays a role as a tool to analyze the efficiency of motion. Dolphins, birds, butterflies, they all move at a certain cruising speed. Propulsive efficiency is higher over a narrow range of Strudel number, and it usually peaks within the interval of 0.2 and 0.4. Mother Nature knows what she's doing. Animals are fine-tuned for high propulsive efficiency, so we can expect her to constrain the range of the Strudel number that animals use. So understanding that the smaller Strudel number corresponds to a higher propulsive efficiency. The ratio is called the dimensionless parameter because the strokes, the meters, the seconds, they all cancel themselves out, leaving no unit of measurement. And I'll be demonstrating that when we get to the equation. Let's define the equation. The Strudel number is equal to the product of the frequency and the amplitude divided by forward speed. Before discussing what this ratio represents, let's look at each of the 5 components. 3 components. 3 components. 1. F is for frequency. Frequency is simply the number of wing beats per second. A wing beat consists of 2 parts, the downward stroke for power and lift, and an upward stroke for recovery. Frequency is measured in strokes per second. 2. A is for amplitude. Also known as wing excursion. The amplitude of a stroke is the vertical distance traveled by the tip of the wing during the flapping stroke. So it's from the highest point to the lowest point. Amplitude is measured as meters per stroke.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Jesus Christ, Larry, wake up, we're live on the air.
Different species of birds use different angles of attack when flying, so a correct display of amplitude must either measure perpendicular to the angle of attack or normalize the angle by rotating each animal to the vertical. Swallows, and all birds for that matter, rise and fall with every wing beat, creating an undulating motion that can obscure the actual wing movement relative to the body. To show wing movement accurately, a relative flight line is best, with the swallow's body maintaining an even height through the entire wing beat. Assuming a symmetrical flight motion, a normalized angle of attack, and a relative flight line, the wingtip descends in a smooth curve through the flapping motion seen in the red line. and rises through the recovery. Note the gray line, tracing an even waveform.
We now return to your regular programming.
And last, 5.
3.
Oh. 3. U is for forward speed.
Wait, U is for forward speed? Why U? I mean, V would make a bit more sense as it's for velocity, and although not all velocity is forward, it is speed in any direction you go up or down or back and forth. I suppose there are many more values than letters in the alphabet, but still.
Sorry. In flight, forward speed is measured as distance over time, and in this case, it's meters per second. Now, for our values. Our research has given us these estimates. For the swallow, the frequency is 7 wing beats per second. The amplitude is 0.18 meters per stroke, with a forward speed of 9.5 meters per second. Well, we've made it to the fun part. Let's plug in our numbers. Seven strokes per second times 0.18 meters per stroke over 9.5 meters per second. Our strokes cancel out. And I don't have a calculator, so I'll do the math. And you can check me. 1.26 meters per second over 9.5 meters per second. I will rewrite this ratio to more clearly demonstrate how these values cancel each other out. 1.26 meters per second times 1 over 9.5 seconds per meter. The meters cancel, the seconds cancel, and we're left with this simple ratio. Again, no calculator, I'll do the long division. And you check me. And here we have 0.13. Indicating a surprisingly efficient flight pattern, falling well below the expected range of 0.2 to 0.4.
God be praised!
And there was much rejoicing.
that wraps it up for today. Please note your syllabus, Monday's class. We're going to be calculating the airspeed velocity of a motorcycle that can crack a 1/4-inch wooden flagpole, flying a 3-foot by 5-foot flag of California.